me tell you what my project is going to be today, and then we'll get into it a little bit more. Okay, so what I'm starting with is an 18-inch wood round. Now this wood round is actually from burrowwood.com. Now if you have watched one of my previous videos before, you have heard me mention burrowwood.com. He is out of Georgia. He's made in the USA. He I found him on TikTok, guys. I found him on TikTok. And so I had been using the 15-inch rounds. Well, he was so appreciative. He sent me some 18-inch rounds to try out. And so this is my first time to do a door hanger with the 18-inch round. So whoever is the lucky person that wants to have this displayed in their home or whatever, you're going to be my very first to use the 18-inch round, and I'm so appreciative of you also. Now, what I'm going to make is a vintage truck country door hanger. My style is a very rustic, primitive country. I love a bit of whimsy. I love all my doodles and my dots and all of that stuff. And so if you're new to me, welcome. I would love it if you would, maybe come back if you are so, if you like what you see. Anyway, so what I did, guys, is I gave it a coat of plaster chalk paint. I like the chalk paint for my door hangers. It's just a personal preference. I just like the way that it looks. It dries. I can just put like one coat on there and we are good. All right. So hello. I see you. Oh, so many of my wonderful, sweet friends are here. And thank you so much. The lineup has been absolutely fantastic. Alyssa kicked us off this morning with a fantastic door hanger. That is my heart. That girl rocks it. And then Stephanie with her primitive hair rabbit. Oh my goodness. And so those are the only two that I can see. So I have to go back later and watch the replay because I had to get ready for my segment. And so I'm like, oh my goodness. They've like set us off really good this morning. Okay. So the reason I'm doing a truck is because that is one of the things that I do, and I get a lot of questions for trucks, or a lot of requests for trucks, rather. A lot of requests. If you're over the truck, that's okay. It's not a problem. We totally understand, but there are a lot of people that love the vintage truck. So I'm going to make this pretty vintage, like with the colors and that kind of thing. So I don't know if you can really tell, but I've already given this a coat of cashew chalk paint. That's the color that I chose. And this is one of those Dollar Tree trucks. And I like them because they're cute and also they're very lightweight. So then it doesn't add a whole lot of, heaviness to my door hanger. So what I did is I just gave the whole thing a coat of cashew chalk paint. Okay. And so then I just wanted to kind of show you what that looked like. You can't really tell maybe on camera, but I can see here in real life, in real light looking. Okay. So then for my, my door sign or the actual welcome, and I'm going to, paint welcome, and I like to use these. I love these wood pile rectangle signs from Hobby Lobby, and so they come 4 in a pack. I'm just kind of showing you because there are a lot of friends that do like to. I wanted to kind of use something today if you wanted to recreate it, that you could get the stuff pretty easily available. I think the Dollar Tree kind of stocks these now in the Crafter Square section. I'm not, 100% sure, but I was thinking I've seen those. They used to just have them during like the holidays, and they would have different things, like different seasonal things on it. But I think I've seen these in the Crafter Square section. So check different stores. And then Hobby Lobby usually has those. I'm also going to use some styrofoam. Now I've already painted that cashew, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it back here behind my truck, because I'm going to raise it up a little bit and I'm going to put some flowers behind it. So it's kind of, I don't want to make it specific to spring. I wanted the person to be able to enjoy it spring and summer and, maybe all year long. Hello, sweet, beautiful friends. Now, as I mentioned, today is a special day because I am a guest in, or a presenter in the Carolyn Tapley Colon Cancer Awareness event, and that is organized by my wonderful, wonderful friend Leanne from Deeda's Crafts and Creations. She and her sweet sister lost their mother several years ago to this terrible disease, but yet she's the one who won because she's seen the face of God. Sorry, I get very emotional. Ooh, okay. Okay, I'll get it together. Anyway, so what I'm going to do, guys, so this is very near and dear to their heart. MD Anderson is where the donations are going to. It's very near and dear to my heart. Let me collect my thoughts. While I paint my faux plaid pattern, I'm using just an acrylic paint antique white, and it almost looks, I don't know, it looks almost brown to me. I just kind of like the color. And so I'm going to do my faux plaid pattern, and I'm just using a fan brush and kind of get that going. Anyway, I get very emotional when I talk about this. So I need to stand up for this, so I hope I don't get my big head in the way. So what I do is I just dumped out a little bit of paint, and I'm just going to use a little bit, maybe about half, since this is a larger door hanger, about half of the bristles. And so I'm going to start here and just go like this. And today, if you've seen one of my videos before, door hangers, I get lots of requests for painted projects. I also get a lot of requests for more trucks. And so, as I mentioned, you may be over the truck, but a lot of my community loves the trucks. And so usually I put my border around first, but today, for whatever reason, I decided to do my faux plaid pattern. So I just go down the lines vertically, and then I'm going to go back horizontal. Now, I call this my faux plaid pattern because I'm not taping it off and actually making a buffalo check pattern. And so I'm kind of staying off the sides a tad because I want to put a border around it. So anyway, before I got a little emotional, MD Anderson is very near and dear to my family as well, even though this is a colon cancer awareness event, because sweet Leanne and her sister lost their mom to this horrible disease. And there's several other creators and other stories that I've kind of read of people battling with this terrible disease. But my dad, my sweet dad, actually has been to MD Anderson Cancer Center several times over the last, I don't know, maybe 15 years. The very first time he went there he had a knot on his arm, and it was Merkel cell carcinoma, which is an extremely rare skin cancer, and like only 3 in a million people get it. It's that rare. And so I just looked it up today to see, what the statistics were. And so anyway, we went to MD Anderson, and fantastic treatment center, doctors, high state-of-the-art facilities, state-of-the-art, just the best of the best are there. And so he is alive and well today. He, had surgery and treatment and all of that stuff. And I attribute MD Anderson doctors and all the treatment teams to make my dad well, you know? And so it's I get extremely emotional when I talk about MD Anderson because it's my family has been affected by cancer and a lot of our families have. Okay, so what I'm going to do with the border, I'm just using a 3/4 inch flat tip brush, and I'm just using an espresso, which is a deco art color. And so I'm just going to dip that into the paint. Now, I like to paint on a Lazy Susan. I just got this one at Hobby Lobby, my favorite store. And so it just kind of helps me kind of move around, you know, a little bit. You don't need to, I'm a gadget junkie. You don't need to buy all the gadgets. I promise. You don't need to buy all the gadgets. I'm going to start up here because that's where my, let's see, got down there. I might start over here because I may, since I did it backwards, like usually I paint my border first, then I do my faux plat pattern, but I guess I got a little emotional, so got a little ahead of myself. So what I do is I like the checkered, I'm a country girl at heart. I like the checkered border. I'm a bit old school, and so I just like the, just that pattern. And so my purpose is really just to encourage others. I like to share my ideas, my God-given talents that the good Lord has given to me. And so some of the things that I do make, I do sell, like I said, in my hometown for local pickup. And my sister is the store owner of Select Furnishings now in Brenham, Texas. I do have a lot of local friends that do watch. If y'all don't know that, as of Valentine's Day this year, 2023, she and her husband Raymond are the owners of Select Furnishings in Brenham, Texas. And so since she's my sister, I've always had that little avenue there. You know, she, you know, gave me the opportunity. She wanted me to make wreaths and, you know, just different things to have that handmade stuff in her store. So that's the reason why you could only buy it locally, because I just had that connection. All right. So then also what I'm going to do is go around and just paint around the sides just a little. And so I say that only for the reason that usually I only sell locally my hand painted items or my crafts. If I don't make them for myself or for a gift, that's the only way that you know, a person, like I will get I will get questions, you know, do you have an Etsy shop? Do you have a website? You know, where can I buy your items? And I appreciate that so much. Y'all really do know how to make this old country girl feel so special. But for right now, that's the only place that I have that avenue is to buy locally at my sister's shop. Like if you've been following me for a while, you hear me say, especially the wreaths, because I do like to do deco mesh wreaths and grapevine wreaths and all of that stuff. But I'm trying to give a little variety and do a little more hand painted things. And so if I had the time, I will film a video. I was doing just pre-recorded videos on my YouTube channel. And then I started doing the live crafting on Facebook. Then I would upload all of that to my YouTube channel. And so I know, shout out to my YouTube community, some of them do not like the live videos. They don't. And they tell me, I don't particularly care for the lives. I like to watch the pre-recorded, have several crafts in one video setting. They like that kind of, everybody's different, you know? And so that's kind of what I like too, is to do the pre-recorded with several videos in one setting. And that's coming up soon. I just gotta finish editing it and get it uploaded to my YouTube channel. So I just tell you that if live videos are not your thing, No problem. Just skip over this one and you can go ahead and watch the next one. Hello, my sweet friends. Thank y'all so much. Now, as I mentioned, this door hanger will be auctioned up off the last 5 minutes of my segment. So like it's 2:18 here now. I'm Central Time in Texas. And so my sweet, wonderful friend, Leanne, who is Deeda's Crafts and Creations, she is going to be putting the start and the stop time in the comments. So once it gets closer to that, we will, I will tell you about that a little bit more. But yes, she is. Of course, my husband is off today, but of course, our son needed to be at work at 3 p.m. He's just a few weeks away from getting his license. And so this mama's heart is not quite ready. He thinks he's ready to drive by himself, but this mama's heart's not quite convinced that he is. So anyway, for right now, we still have to like haul him around. Take him to work. He works at HEB. He's a bagger, and he is, you know, he really is stepping out of his comfort zone because he's a true introvert. Oh my goodness. He like, when he first started working there, he's like, Mom, I didn't ever think I'd have to be so nice to people. Like, this is really bringing him out of his shell. It really is. And so if anybody knows my son, he just is, he has, you know, suffered with ADHD all of his life. And so I say that literally, what am I doing? I've already done that. So what I'm doing is this is my way of blending, is on a paper towel, and I dip half of my brush in paint, the other half in clean water, and I blend on a paper towel. And so I just like to do a little shading that way. And so I just kind of like to share. I've been doing it like this for so long. I do not even remember which person I'm doing this a little bit darker because this is the fender. Doing this a little bit darker. And then I'm going to paint the tires, and I'm going to paint the white hubcaps and all of that. I'm going to do all of that stuff too. So it is so nice. I always say it's so nice when your kids, you know, when your kids are babies and they can hold their own bottle. That's like the first milestone. It's like, oh my goodness, they can hold their own bottle. You know, you don't have to hold it. Then when they can buckle their own seatbelt. So what I'm doing, guys, is I am just, and I'm not really being very precise. It's just almost just kind of like, this is a true vintage truck. You know, it's just kind of sloppy and just kind of hitting the high parts a little bit. And so when they buckle their own seat belts, and then when they can drive themselves, because they can really help you out so much. And he's so ready. For someone, he wasn't. Are you listening to me? I heard his door open, so I didn't know if he's listening to me. He must have went downstairs. He turned 16 last August. Like, he could have already had his license, and he just wasn't ready. And so it took me a little bit of time, you know, because I was like, what? You know, me and my husband, we were like biting at the bit. Like, I want to drive. But these kids these days, and so many, you know, like when I've shared my story before, so many of my community has said, you know, their grandson was like that, or their son was like that, and that kind of thing. So this is what I'm doing. Hello, my sweet friends. I appreciate you all being here so very much. I am just painting up this door hanger. This is an 18-inch round door hanger. Door hangers must be the thing today. Alyssa kicked us off this morning with a beautiful daisy and ladybug. I'm like, oh my goodness, I loved it so much. Then Stephanie did her magic with her with her vintage hair. At first, when she said vintage hair, I was picturing hair, like head hair. And then I was like, oh, I bet she means rabbit. Sure enough, she meant, you know, the rabbit. And I think I need a different brush for this. Trace, what in the heck are you trying to do? Let me get a filbert brush. A filbert brush, if you're not familiar with that, it is round on the end, kind of like a finger. And so I can have a little bit better control with that. So yeah, there we go, a little bit better. And so she just knocked it out of the park, just absolutely. And so like I said, I needed to you know, get ready for my segment, you know, actually get ready and, you know, shower, do my hair, all of that stuff. And, you know, cook lunch. My grandson stays with me on Saturday while his dad works. And so I made some sausage. He loves sausage. And so I made that. And so we had lunch and I'm like, whew, Fanny is my grandma name. I'm like, Fanny got to go. She got a video to do. I have a project to do, which she's very familiar with that. This is the one that is, he's 8 and he is receiving his first Holy Communion in April. We're so excited. And I made, if you saw my spring DIYs that I did on my YouTube channel last week, or no, February 24th, I did the mystery box challenge with some other YouTubers. I made him a special gift. I don't want to say it because I'm CJ. I don't want to. He doesn't know, and I don't want to spoil it. But I made him a special gift, and so I'm just drying this up really quick. So I appreciate y'all being here today for this event. If you're just hopping on, this is the Carolyn Tapley Colon Cancer Awareness Event. It is just really to honor Leanne and her sister's mother, as well as just bring awareness to, if caught early, this disease can be treatable. And so I know that there's a couple of other maybe friends on Facebook that have battled with this, but I don't want to call any names because I don't know for sure. But your screening is extremely important, and it is treatable. And so all of our creations today are being auctioned off, and the proceeds are going to MD Anderson Cancer Center. Now, probably any person who's watching has been affected with some sort of cancer, any kind of way. And if you are familiar with MD Anderson, they are leading the way. There are people that come from all over the world, all over the United States, all over the world to be treated at MD Anderson because they just have state-of-the-art. It's a state-of-the-art facility. It's the state-of-art doctors and all of that stuff. So what I'm making, guys, is a vintage truck door hanger. I'm going to be putting a little welcome on there. And all of that good stuff. So we are just rolling along here in the last 5 minutes of the program. I say that just to be funny. Let's see. I want to do a little bit of background. Let's see, what color do I want to use? I didn't think that out. Did you think that out, Trace? Nope. So I don't know, this might not. This is fawn. I don't know, it may not make any difference. It's kind of watery. So as I mentioned, my dad did battle with a very rare form of skin cancer called Merkel cell carcinoma. And we treated him. We got him into, well, my sister did. She's amazing. When we first found out, that was probably 15 years ago, if not more. So what I'm doing now, guys, and this, you know, sometimes paint kind of goes bad, and I think maybe this one is, but we're going to make it work. Make it work. And anyway, didn't know much about MD Anderson until my dad was diagnosed with a rare form of skin cancer called Merkel cell carcinoma. And like I said, I looked it up this morning because I wanted to see what the statistics were. And it's so rare that it is like 1 in a million people get this. And my daddy is rare. Yes, he is. I always say that. Of course, you would get that. And then over the years, he has had, he had a tumor in his stomach, I think in his stomach. And so they caught it early. It was like stage 1. So he got that done there as well. He didn't have to have any treatment for that. Thank goodness, thank God, that was a blessing. But he was he was seeing the doctors in MD Anderson. And so that's what's good about MD Anderson is once you're in their system, then whatever issues you have, then you see their doctors. And I know that that may be a little bit kind of hard to understand because it did for me. I was like, what? You know, because he was seeing the heart doctor over there at MD Anderson too. He doesn't anymore because he kind of like, you know, he didn't have the cancer diagnosis or whatever he was seeing in them. But as long as he has some kind of diagnosis and then you have another issue, then you can see, then they will recommend people. What is going on here? So I just gave that a little faux plaid pattern as well. We're going to be putting a little welcome on that. So when I paint, I kind of like go back and forth, and I do put a lot of stuff into my projects. I do. Thank you for an hour today, Miss Leanne. Love it. Love it. Love it. Okay, so let's start with a new. Okay, so let's see. Nope, don't want that one. This is milk chocolate. This is my favorite shading because I'm going to do a little shading on there. And like I said, I'll go back later and answer any questions that some of my friends can't answer. I do appreciate you being here. I just do not do very well with reading comments and crafting at the same time. I'm just going to be honest. I'm so sorry. I'm not trying to be rude. I do appreciate you all being here. Again, this is the Carolyn Tapley colon cancer awareness event hosted, organized by Deeda, Leanne of Deeda's Crafts and Creations. It is streamed in Craft Round the Clock as well as in Deeda's private group, her group, Deeda's Crafts and Creations, Divas. And so just honored that she asked me to be in this event again this year. I do appreciate it. I did have the pleasure of meeting sweet Leanne last July when my husband and I were going to Fort Worth for Brook of Refabs. We went to her live event in Fort Worth, and so I was able to meet sweet Leanne and Misty, the Crafty Farmers, who she is so awesome. Just a true gem. Those ladies just touch my heart so much, and they are both, you know, crafting today. Misty with the Crafty Farmers and Leanne with Deeda's Crafts and Creations. And then Jessica, I met sweet Jessica Rita. I know I'm torturing your name. I met her actually at the event last year, and so it's so fun to meet so many sweet people that you just get to know online, and then you get to meet them and you get to hug them in real person. You know, in real person. You know what I'm talking about. In real life. So I look forward to meeting so many more fellow creatives. So what I'm doing is, the way I like to shade is I just dip my brush in paint and then clean water, and then I blend on a paper towel. And so that's how I shade. Every creator or every painter does things a little bit different. I'm just kind of going around. And so I do appreciate the opportunity to show you my style of crafting. Again, this piece right here will be auctioned off at the last 5 minutes of my hour. And we are kind of raising funds for the Indy Anderson, well, in memory of Carolyn Tapley. And the pinned comment has all of the information of where you can, the donation link. And if you're led to, if you feel it on your heart and you don't want to, I mean, I think the minimum bid, or not bid, the minimum donation is $5. So, or just even if you can't, just your prayers, just being here, just sprinkling out the video, just sharing. You're not supposed to say that word, Tracy. Just being here, just being in the comments, just supporting us is just so appreciated, guys. So appreciated. And so, let's see, I'm going to go around here a little bit more. Just go around a little bit. And so I want to get this door hanger to the point where we can auction it off. But I do put quite a bit of time and details. One of my sayings is the beauty is in the details. And so I do put quite a bit of just extras into my project. And so I may do that. And then I will cover the shipping. Whoever decides that they would like to have this, if anybody does. If not, no hurt feelings. It's really okay. That is not a problem, but I'm just saying I do get some questions. You know, I get private messages asking where friends can, you know, purchase my creations, because like I said, I do put lots of it into my projects. Let me put that to the side now. Okay, just for a second. All right. So let me hit this up just a little. Thank y'all so much for being here. Yes, I'm in Texas too, in a little town called Brenham. We are famous for Bluebell ice cream. If you have heard of Bluebell ice cream, if your city or state has it. I always say that only because it kind of gives you a little landmark of where I'm at. And so last summer I did have the privilege of meeting Sweet Leanne and Misty of the Crafty Farmers and Jessica of Jessica's Party Decor and More. Met them and just was able to spend a little time with them and just absolutely love this crafting community. It's just amazing that you can connect with so many people that love the same thing. All right. Okay. So then, let me hit this a little bit. That's a little wet. I do have a library full of painting tutorials and all kind of different things. I do wreaths. I do a lot of Dollar Tree flips, you know, just thrift store, different things. I'm a true craft junkie. And so I get bored with one thing. So I like to paint. I like to do wreaths. I like to, like I said, just do different things. And door hangers, wreaths, in my mind's blank right now, but I have a library full. Hand painted. I like to use my Cricut. I like to do that as well. And so now I'm going to attempt to paint Welcome with you live right here, live and in color. And I say that humbly. I don't say that to be bragging. And oh my goodness, I need this. I like it almost out of that black paint. I didn't even realize I was so low. I gotta pull out a brand new bottle. Sorry about that, guys. I try to have my paints out so you don't have to watch me reach. So I'm just gonna put some of that out. And now I have been painting and hand lettering for a few years, and I don't say that to be bragging. I'd say that only to just encourage you to keep practicing. If you want to learn how to hand letter, if you want to learn how to do any of that kind of thing. And I have like my favorite brushes, but of course I didn't get it out. I guess I'll use this one. This is every paint pack is a little bit different. I do have some favorite paint brushes that are in my Amazon store, and that's in my link tree if that's something you're interested in. And so what I do is when I do a painting video, I will give tips of what I do, what has helped me. Yes, there's been times I've messed up and I've had to repaint it or get a whole new one. And so that I say that only to encourage you. It's just paint. Just paint over it. Or I know it's a little frustrating, but anyway, so what I do is I do like my happy dots and my paint splatters. And so what I do is I encourage my community to hand draw, not air draw it. Air draw it out. And so like your words, kind of air draw it out to make sure that it's all going to fit on your board. And so I have to like hold my tongue the right way when I do my hand lettering. I'm saying that only because it's like hand lettering, it can be a little intimidating, but it's just the more you do it, the better you get at it. And I have started leaving my little mess ups in my pre-recorded videos. Like if I record a video and I have painting in it and I mess up, I try to leave that in there, and then I show how I corrected it or what I did, just to give my community encouragement that you're going to mess up. But you can just fix it and go on. So now, like I said, I'm a bit old school. I love my happy dots and my paint splatters and all of that good stuff. And so I do like to put the little happy dots on the ends of my letters. And I do that either with just my paintbrush, just like this. Guys, we so appreciate y'all watching today in the Carolyn Tapley Colon Cancer Awareness event. There's just been amazing creators so far. There's just amazing lineup. No matter where you're watching, I know that it is being streamed in Craft on the Clock, as well as in Deeda's Crafts and Creation Divas. And then also wherever else. I am live on my Facebook page as well as on my YouTube channel. So shout out to all of my wonderful community, no matter where you are watching from. I do greatly appreciate you so much. And I got to get it in gear because I want to get this done, and then we got to get this auctioned off. Deeda, Leanne, but you're going to see Deeda's Crafts and Creation. She is going to help me with the auction. So you're going to be looking for, I will tell you, once we get a little bit closer, I will tell you where, if you would like to bid on this. And it's going to be all done on Facebook. So if you're watching on YouTube, you're going to have to go over to Facebook if you would like to bid on it. If you're watching on the replay, I need to shade this. So that's why I'm like, nope, you're not finished with that yet, Trace. So if you're watching on YouTube, or if you're watching on the replay, then the auction will be over. If we're live, there'll be a red live button up at the top. There will be a red live button. Okay. So then also what I like to do is I like my black Sharpie marker. And let me move all this out of the way. And so I do like to add just a little bit of doodling to my faux plaid pattern. And like I said, I may go back and add a little bit more, but I want to get the majority of it done before we do the auction. And so I do appreciate Leanne for asking me to participate. This is my second year. It's my honor to do this with her and all of the other creators. Y'all are just been fantastic. And so my style's a little bit country, rustic, primitive. I like a little primitive. I like a little grunge. I like a little bit of whimsy. I like a little bit of all of that. I love my happy dots and my paint splatters. And I do appreciate it so very much. And then probably, let's see, we're getting a little close to time. So what I also like to do is I also like to add a little inner border, but I want to get finished with the, oh, that would have not been good. I'm going to go ahead and throw this. I'm going to, because that almost fell on my carpet. That would have not been good. Okay, so that's going to go there, and then our truck's going to go there. I'm going to raise it up a little. And so I also like to add some white shadowing and all of that stuff. So again, if this is something that you're interested in, at the end of my segment, I will have, we'll be doing an auction, and whoever is the highest bidder will go, and there's a link in the pinned comment. And once my live is over, I'll make sure and put all of the in the description. I stream on my Mevo camera, and so it only allows me to put a title in. It doesn't allow me to put in information yet. I think they're working on some different things. So I got that a little too heavy. So as I mentioned, you know, when I kind of like get something that I don't like, I just kind of go back over it. Okay, all right, let's see. I need just a little white, a little more white. And I think we're in business. Anyway, so if you are interested in this piece, then you're the highest bidder. Leanne will be helping with that, and you'll see Deeda's Crafts and Creations. She'll be helping me with that. And then the link for the donation is in the description, and you will make your donation. Send me a screenshot along with your mailing information so that I can get this out to you, and I'll ship it to you. I will ship it to you. I forgot to add my headlights and my tailgate. Bumper. So I like to use that metallic silver. I get it at Hobby Lobby. And so that's also what I used on my hubcaps. So I like to add just a little bit of that to the bumpers, and then also kind of up here for the light. Like that. Just like that. I don't know. My camera may not be able to capture it, but you can really see it in real life, or you know what I'm talking about. Anyway, so okay. All right. So I do like to add dimension to my projects, and I use glue. I use Gorilla Glue, as well as like a combination of Gorilla Glue and hot glue. And I either, for dimension, I'll either use tumbling tower blocks from the Dollar Tree, or I have found this. It's called Silly Winks. It used to be called Fun Foam, but it's called Silly Winks now. This is the thicker one. I get it at Hobby Lobby. It comes in all different colors. And so I like to use that to add just a little bit of dimension to my projects. And so, anyway, I need to do that. I need to add my paint splatters and all of that stuff. Like I said, whoever gets this, I need to add just an inner border. I'm going to shade this. I'm going to add some floral to it and all of that good stuff. All of that good stuff. Might need a little bit more. I like this. I like to use the different colors because then I don't have to paint the blocks. Like if I do the little blocks from Dollar Tree, then I have to paint them. Well, the Silly Winks, it's and then I will seal this door hanger. I'll make sure that everything is sealed and all of that good stuff. Let me show you how I'm going to put my flowers in there. That's way too. I like to use just a little bit of styrofoam, and I had this left over from a different project, and I guess it was a little too thick. So I have a serrated knife that I keep in my craft room just for this, just a little bit, because then that is what is going to go into my florals are going to go in there. So I want to get to the point where we can do the auction. And like I said, I do put a lot of stuff into my projects. So what I'll do is I will continue to play with this afternoon, and I will like post a picture to my page, and with a big thank you to my winner. And if you're not inclined to, no problem. Don't feel obligated. Just make sure that all of that's down. I'm kind of doubling it up because my foam is a little thicker than what I wanted. And so sometimes these live videos like this, if that is your jam, it kind of shows you a project from start to finish. From start to finish. All right. That to the side for another project. And I know if you're like, why are you using a little bitty E6000s? I have a love-hate relationship with E6000. I do. And so for whatever reason, I cannot work the big E6000. It just messes up and I get frustrated. And so I have to use the smaller ones. Oh my goodness, the joys of crafting. Wow. Okay. Oh yes, love that. I love that. Oh my goodness. Yes. Okay, it's getting close to time. Okay, so how the auction is going to work is Deeda with Deeda's Crafts and Creations are going to when you see when you see start, then there's no minimum bid. You can bid whatever your heart desires or what you feel inclined to. More. Just want to get this. I need to put a bow on it. And like I said, I put a lot of lot into my projects. I do. I want to doodle it up. I'll continue to work on it while I watch some of my other crafting sisters. And anyway, she will put start, and then you'll the vids will start. Then whenever she's doing the timer for me because I'm all by myself today. And so then when we see stop, then the winning bid right before the whatever Deeda says, whatever Leanne says, that's what we're going to go with. And then you'll make your donation directly to MD Anderson. You will screenshot your donation and send it to me, private message me along with your mailing address. And if someone wants this, I will send it out to you. Shipping is on me. So here is going to be my, let me see, I just had them clipped together because I need to make a bow. I'm just using some floral tape just to kind of hold it together. But I have some lamb's ear and some eucalyptus and some pip berries. I love me some pip berries. Love my pip berries. I guess that's my primitive country heart right there. And so, like I said, I need to make a sweet. It's going to look more farmhousey. It's probably have burlap in it, maybe some check in it. And that kind of thing. And then also, these are some of the flowers I pulled out. I don't think I'm going to use the purple. These are some of the flowers I pulled out. I didn't get a chance to put them into my my back of my truck, but I'm going to put, I think, some of these little mini calla lilies and stuff. Just very vintage, something for my, you know, winter to have. And so just something for my winter to have. You know, I'm going to have a burlap bow. I'll make sure everything's glued down and just all of that good stuff. Just put all of that. I'll make sure, I will put my paint splatters on it and all of that good stuff. So you just tell me. We're going to be looking for Leanne's start. We are going to be looking for that in the comments. Deeda's Crafts and Creations. She is my amazing sweet friend that this is what okay, I see start. So if you want to start, as I said, this is a creation created by me for this event. I will ship it to you. I will make a burlap bow for here. I'm going to put some florals in there. I'm going to paint splatter, and I will make sure everything's sealed, make sure everything is glued down. Let's see. I see Stephanie's, oh, hi, the Vintage Pebble. Thank you. I see her is at 50. So what I see is the Vintage Pebble is at 50. Thank you so much. And so also what I was thinking, I was going to kind of make this a little bit more vintage, maybe put like a little rust on it. I just kind of ran out of time. Oh, Kelly Rowena May Inspired is at 60. And speaking of, she's up next. Oh, Sybil is at 70. Sib's Craft Shack. Thank you so much, guys. Y'all make me feel so good. Don't feel, you know, oh, Jennifer Swidall is at 75. Thank you, Jennifer. Guys, again, this will have a bow. I'm going to put paint splatters on it and, you know, put my florals there in the, and I'll probably add some dots around here. I just kind of ran out of time. I did. Let's see. I see Jennifer Swindoll at 75. So thank y'all so much, guys. I just feel so blessed that y'all are here. I'm not quite sure how much time is left because Deeda's Crafts and Creation, who is Leanne, she is helping me out by putting the start and the stop into the in the comments. So what I see is Jennifer Swindoll at 75. And so this is going to have a burlap bow, and I'm going to be putting some florals in there. Oh, Kelly has come up with 80. Thank you, Kelly. Rowena May Inspired. Thank you so much. Y'all are just so, y'all really do know how to make a girl feel good. Sorry, I have this, I don't have this where you can see it, huh? Maybe if I put it like this. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness. So this will have a bow, and I'll make all of, my paint splatters. I'll put some florals in there, and I'm going to send this out to you, ship this to you. That's what I'm going to do. I kind of got a little ahead of myself. Oh goodness, thank y'all so much. And if you feel led to the donation link, you can give as little as $5, or just your prayers, just keep Leanne and Sonia and everybody who is battling any kind of disease, is just, especially cancer. MD Anderson is just the best place. It healed my dad. He had, like I said, a, Merkel cell carcinoma, a very rare form of skin cancer. So we battled with that as well. And so I think the highest bid I saw was Kelly with $80. So guys, thank y'all. Man, that is just, it just blows me away. Just absolutely blows me away. So Kelly Rowena May Inspired is coming up next, and that is, or you can see everybody in Craft Round the Clock, as well as in Deeda's Crafts and Creations Divas. Yes, you can see that. All right. Okay, well, I see. Congratulations, Kelly. So I guess it is Miss Kelly. So Kelly, I know where you are. Just send me your information so I can get this out to you. And as I said, I'm going to put some flowers in there and put a cute burlap bow on there and all of that stuff. Thank y'all so much for joining me today. God bless you. And we will see y'all in the next video. Bye, guys.